Good day, everyone. Here is our requirement for our finals in strategic management and total quality service. And our topic for today is all about Yahoo, or yet another hierarchical officious oracle.
This is how the company named Yahoo started. Once upon a time, Yahoo was the most important internet company. For many early internet adopters, Yahoo tamed the web. But for years, the company has struggled to find its footing. Let's look back at where it all began.
Yahoo could have been the most valuable company in the world. It was once the most visited website on the internet. They were worth $128 billion. And in the late 90s, they had the chance to buy Google for just $1 million. Yahoo said no. Welcome to the dramatic rise and fall of the original internet empire. Imagine a world without Google. You want to find something on the internet, but how? Well, back in the 90s, before search engines, the internet was an unorganized mess, which is why two friends at college, Jerry and David, made a list of all the websites they liked, a directory of sorts, divided into different categories. They then forwarded this list to some other friends, who shared it with their friends, and they shared it with their friends, and before long, this directory was getting thousands of views. However, this was never meant to be a business. Jerry and David had just made this directory for convenience to keep track of their favorite sites all in one place, and they'd simply called it Jerry and David's Guide to the World Wide Web. But then in 1994, Netscape launched a web browser called Navigator, which loads of people started to use. And the creators of this browser put a link at the top to Jerry and David's directory. This meant that within a few months, their directory was getting millions of views, which sounds great. But actually, it meant that Jerry and David needed to invest in servers so they could handle all the traffic. They also needed to hire people to sort through all the new websites people were submitting to their directory. Thus, Jerry and David realized they had no choice. If they were going to keep this going, they had to make it a business. First decision, they needed a proper name for the business. So they opened up a dictionary to try and find a catchy sounding name to use. They stumbled across the word Yahoo, which was defined as a boorish, crass, or stupid person. They found this amusing and exactly the fun vibe they were going for, so the name was set. Now, Yahoo officially claim that this stands for yet another hierarchical officious oracle. But the truth is that the name Yahoo came first, they just came up with this weird acronym afterwards. Next, Jerry and David had to figure out how to make money from their directory, which actually wasn't that hard. Yahoo had become the entry point to the internet for most people. After all, the internet was this new confusing thing, and Yahoo was the most user-friendly way to find different websites. So, as a result of having all this traffic, Yahoo had plenty of companies willing to pay them to have banner adverts on their sites. But then the Yahoo team had a crucial realization. Because they could see the data of which categories and websites people were clicking on most in their directory, they were perfectly positioned to build products and services people wanted. Rather than just link people to other services, they could build their own services. That way, they could get even more page views, which meant even more money from advertisers. For example, they could see a lot of people were clicking on chat room websites. So Yahoo built their own chat rooms and linked to those instead. They soon launched their own services for shopping, file sharing, games, sports, finance, and lots more, because they could see these were the things users were clicking on most often. Of course, a company with a traditional organizational structure would never have been able to build and maintain all those different products. So instead, Yahoo hired as many people as possible and grouped them into different product teams. And each team had a leader that acted like a CEO. In other words, Yahoo was like a collection of different startups, each focused on a totally different service. By the year 2000, Yahoo had 400 different products and services. You could use the internet all day and never leave Yahoo's websites. As a result, Yahoo's original service, its directory, accounted for less than 20% of the site's total page views. Over 80% of traffic to Yahoo was going to all these other things they developed. In other words, Yahoo was no longer just a directory for the internet, it was the internet. Everything you needed, all in one place. Yahoo had only been started in 1994 by two friends in their college dorm room, and yet just 6 years later, it had a market cap of $128 billion, making it the largest internet company in the world and one of the fastest growing companies in history. But during Yahoo's rapid rise, two students with their own startup had come to Yahoo and offered to sell them their business for $1 million, which was virtually nothing for a giant company like Yahoo, but they declined the offer. Unfortunately for them, that little company they turned down was called Google, and that decision not to buy them was about to change everything.
All right. And did you know that Yahoo provides services in more than 30 languages and more than 30 countries, regions, territories, including localized versions of Yahoo? This is in Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, Chile, China, Colombia, France, Germany, Greece, Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Korea, Malaysia, Mexico, Netherlands, New Zealand, Peru, Philippines, Russia, Scandinavia, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Singapore, Spain, Switzerland, Taiwan, Thailand, Turkey, the United Kingdom, the United States, Venezuela, and last but not the least, Vietnam.
For the vision, Yahoo vision is to be the premier digital media company, delivering an engaging and personalized experience to users globally. Yahoo also wants to be the center of people's online lives by delivering personal, relevant, meaningful internet experience.
For its mission as a leader in global daily habits like email, entertainment, news, and sports, we strive to inspire, delight, and entertain. By infusing our products with beauty and personality driven by our users, every Yahoo experience feels made to order. It also aims to provide users with innovative products and services that inform, connect, and entertain while delivering value to advertisers and stakeholders.
For their goals, excuse me, Yahoo primary goal is to become the starting point of internet users, to provide must-buy marketing solutions for the world's largest advertisers, and to deliver industry-leading open platforms that attract developers and publishers. The goal of Yahoo help direct its employee behavior, as well as help in directing the operations of the business in the short term. One of their goals is enhance user engagement by delivering relevant and personalized content. Second one is drive advertising revenue through targeted advertising solution. Third is expand Yahoo's global reach and user base. And lastly, to foster innovation and embrace emerging technologies to stay competitive in the digital media landscape.
Yahoo could have been the most valuable company in the world.
Yahoo says more than 1 billion users were affected by a hack that occurred back in August of 2013. Yahoo said Wednesday the theft is likely separate from another cyber attack disclosed in September of 2016 that occurred in late 2014 and affected 500 million users. The company said it's taken steps to secure user accounts and is working closely with law enforcement. Data breaches are on the rise in the US, affecting companies like Target and Anthem. Through September 20th of this year, 687 reported breaches exposed roughly 28.8 million records, according to the nonprofit Identity Theft Resource Center. Other companies hit recently by large security breaches include extramarital dating site Ashley Madison, which was hacked in July of 2015, exposing the personal information of nearly 40,000 account holders across the world. In February of 2015, hackers penetrated a health insurance database at Anthem, exposing personal information like birthdays and social security numbers of about 80 million people. In August of 2014, JP Morgan Chase said about 76 million households were affected by a cybersecurity attack that exposed names, email addresses, phone numbers, and mailing addresses of customers who accessed Chase.com via the internet or a mobile device. And in May of that same year, eBay asked the 145 million registered users of its namesake marketplace to change their passwords, following a cyber attack that compromised encrypted passwords and other non-financial data. 1 month earlier, in April of 2014, Home Depot fell victim to a hacker that stole a vendor's password. That one password led to the exposure of 56 million credit card accounts, as well as 53 million customer email addresses. And finally, during the 2013 holiday shopping season, Target hackers got access to up to 70 million people's information. The leaked data included customer debit and credit card information, as well as customer names, addresses, and phone numbers.
Now to that massive Yahoo hack. Let's go to ABC's Rebecca Jarvis for the latest on that. And Rebecca, just how big was this? More than 1 billion accounts possibly compromised.
That's right, Robin. This was the biggest hack of one company users ever. And it's a big deal because of the information that we believe the hackers have obtained. User names, phone numbers, email addresses, dates of birth, and of course, those security questions and answers that are supposed to keep us more safe and our accounts more safe, Robin. We believe they also got a hold of those in this hack.
And since there's no indication, Rebecca, who did this, what should people do?
Well, the most important thing, and Yahoo is advising anyone with a Yahoo account to do this, change the security names and passwords on all of your accounts, change those security questions, but not just on your Yahoo accounts. If you have any account where you're using that Yahoo name and password, you need to change it there too. So that could be an Amazon or an iTunes account, a Netflix account. Change it there too, and watch out for suspicious emails, because we know when hackers get a hold of your email address, they send suspicious emails along with it.
I've been wondering about that for the last couple of years. I mean, this has happened some time ago. Why are we just hearing about it now?
Well, they just discovered this now because they've been doing an investigation. As you know, earlier this year, we talked about another hack at Yahoo impacting 500 million users. They've been investigating this. Now the FBI is also involved in looking into it as well.
All right, Rebecca.
It is the biggest hack in the history of the world in terms of scale. Yahoo's had an information breach that's affected almost 500 million accounts. And if you're one of the millions of people who will be affected, you have to do the ever frustrating changing of the password. Even more annoying, you have to change your security questions and answers. This just shows how much information has been leaked as part of this hack. You can't change your mom's maiden name, so you'll just have to come up with a new question. But perhaps the worst part, you have to change any other similar information on other websites aside from Yahoo. That's because you've probably committed that fatal flaw of using the same username, password, of course the same birth date on other accounts. So if they can get into your Yahoo account, they can probably get into so many other places of your online identity. And then there's Yahoo's pending sale to Verizon. That company says they didn't even know about this hack until just a couple of days ago, even though it happened back in 2014.
All right, so for its system, Yahoo later confirmed in October 2017 that all 3 billion of its user accounts were infected, even though it was initially thought to have affected more than 1 billion user accounts. So both breaches are regarded as the biggest ones ever found on the internet. Names, email addresses, phone numbers, hashed passwords, dates of birth, encrypted or unencrypted security questions, and other specific information were obtained. Additionally, according to a report from Yahoo, the late 2013 attack likely employed fake browser cookies to spoof login information, giving hackers access to any account without a password.
Okay, so for the process, excuse me, phishing is a cyber attack in which the target is contracted by a threat actor impersonating a trusted individual or entity. These are several types of attacks, but email phishing is by far most common one. It's a typical email phishing attempt. You will receive a message from what appears to be a legitimate entity, urging you to act, for example, to change your password or sign in into an account. If you fall for the scam, the attacker obtain your personal information such as One such scam has been target Yahoo Mail user. Most of the Yahoo Mail users were not aware of the mail that they had received and just opened it and clicked on the links without verifying if the mail that they received was from a trusted user.
Exactly. So for its procedure, the lack of notification on Yahoo causes some hackers to gain information from the clients on Yahoo. Not like Google, they separate email from personal email, social media mails, promotions, updates, forums, and the most important is the spam section, where unwanted email goes. Although there are options in Yahoo if you don't want to receive any unwanted emails, all you have to do is upgrade or avail of their newest promo, but it's not for free. So many users of email platforms rely on the free services of these websites.
Yes, that's right. And for their policies, Yahoo and IOL made a policy changes to address increase in spam sent from fake email accounts, made to look like accounts served by their domains like at yahoo.com or at IOL.com. The popular internet service providers such as Gmail, Outlook, Hotmail, and iCloud could reject any email with a from email address that claims to come from Yahoo and IOL domain, regardless of the platform from which they were sent. This means that if your team sends an email out of the eCompass platform with a from email address ending in at yahoo.com or at aol.com, it could be rejected by your recipient.
All right, so for its problem gap issues observed, according to the SEC, members of Yahoo's senior management and legal teams received various internal reports from Yahoo's Chief Information Security Officer, or CISO, stating that theft of hundreds of millions of Yahoo users' personal data had occurred. Yahoo's internal security team thereafter was aware that the same hackers were continuously targeting Yahoo's users' database throughout 2015 and early 2016, and also received reports that Yahoo user credentials were for sale on the dark web.
So what happened? In 2013, Yahoo, the multinational technology company, experienced a significant data breach that affects a staggering number of user accounts. The breach, which one of the largest in history at that time, compromised the personal information of approximately 3 billion users. The incident involved unauthorized access to Yahoo systems by a group of hackers. These cybercriminals were able to obtain sensitive user data such as including their names, email addresses, telephone numbers, dates of their birth, hash passwords, and security questions with their answers. The breach affected various Yahoo services such as Yahoo Mail, Yahoo Finance, and Yahoo Fantasy Sports.
Well, it's happened again, another major hacking scheme, and this time it's affecting people globally. 22 News reporter Caitlin Gosley is live in the newsroom with the details of this latest security breach.
Well, if you have a Yahoo email account, you're going to want to listen up. Yahoo announced some of their email customers' usernames and passwords have been stolen. Yahoo said they believe the hackers have been able to gather personal information about the people who their email customers are recently been in contact with.
Everybody has to be hesitant of where and who you give your personal information to. It feels like hackers are everywhere and our personal information is not safe any longer.
Yahoo is the second largest email service worldwide, serving 273 million people. 81 million of those customers are right here in the U.S. Yahoo has not said how many of those have been affected by this security breach. Live in the newsroom, Caitlin Gosley, 22 News.
All right, so the main question for this problem is that who are involved in these hacks? So Yahoo's key stakeholders include users, advertisers, content creators, and investors. So the company attributed the breach to a state-sponsored actor, through the specific individuals involved were not publicly identified. However, the U.S. Department of Justice later charged four individuals in connection with the breach. so alleging that they were Russian intelligence officers. So the four individuals identified by the U.S. Department of Justice in connection with the Yahoo data breach were: first is Dmitry Dokushev, also known as Patrick Nagel. He is a Russian national and a former officer in the Russian Federal Security Service, or FSB. Second is Igor Sushin, a Russian national and a former officer in the FSB. We also have Alexei Belan, also known as Meg. He is a Russian national and a notorious cyber criminal who had previously been indicted for hacking into US companies. We also have Karim Baratov, also known as K. He is a Canadian and Kazakh national who was accused of being hired by the FSB to hack into email accounts. We also have Jay Kaplan. He is a former Defense Department cybersecurity expert and a senior analyst at the National Security Agency, who is now the chief executive of the cybersecurity company Synac. We also have here Frances Zelazny. She is a vice president of marketing at BioCash, a security startup. And last but not the least, we also have Chandra B. Mahon. She is a Verizon's chief information security officer.
So, when the Yahoo bridge has happened, uh, it happens in year to sorry, it happened in year 2013. Actually considered of two separate incidents. The first incident occurred in August 13, and the second incident took place in December 2013. These breaches were disclosed by Yahoo in year 2016 and 17, respectively. After investigation, revealed the extent of the breaches and the numbers of affected users' accounts.
So, the social and political background. Between 2014 to 2016, Yahoo's network was accessed by Russian hackers, compromising an estimated 1 billion accounts overall. So, why would they attack Yahoo? Yahoo is a web service provider similar to Google in the sense that its users are given email accounts that are used for electronic communication. Email is vital for 21st century communication, and a multitude of other online accounts are connected to emails like Facebook, Instagram, or other social media platforms. They're all linked to our emails. So compromising our emails, in a sense, compromises all these other accounts. So that's something to watch out for. Emails often hold very confidential and important information, and potentially compromising these emails will cause irreversible harm to the victims. So Russia has a history of orchestrating cyber attacks on U.S. soil. If you see the graph to my right, you will see that between the years of 2015 to 2018, Russia conducted roughly a dozen or so attacks across the globe, the U.S. being no exception to that. And so U.S. Cybercom, which is the military's joint cyber command center, it's all their defensive and offensive cyber operations amongst all the different branches, and the NSA classified Russia as one of the most dangerous cybersecurity threats in the coming future. So a brief timeline of the attack. In the year 2014, we start seeing the first instances of a possible data breach. That same year, Yahoo goes to the FBI with the details they have of the attack, which granted aren't a lot, but they know enough to suspect that this is potentially a state actor. In 2015, the attackers generate cookies onto Yahoo's servers, which continue well into 2016. In 2016 of August, the full scale of the breach becomes apparent. And what that really goes to show is that the attackers were able to remain in the server virtually undetected for 2 years. So it shows that the level of expertise with these attackers, it's not just some sort of random group with a bunch of computers in a basement. This is a very well coordinated and orchestrated effort, kind of pointing more fingers towards the idea that this is a state-sponsored attack. Later on that year, Yahoo goes public with the information about the potentially 1 billion compromised accounts, as well as losing a huge amount of public trust and brand image.
Where has it happened? The breach occurred at Yahoo headquarters in Sunnyvale, California, United States, and it was one of the largest data breaches in history, with an estimated 3 billion users' account compromised.
All right, so how has it happened? So the Yahoo data breach in 2013 was a significant cybersecurity incident that resulted in the compromise of user account information for billions of Yahoo users. Here's an overview of how the breach occurred. So, intrusion. In 2013, a group of hackers, allegedly backed by a foreign government, gained an unauthorized access to Yahoo systems. So the exact method they used to gain entry is not publicly known. So, but it's believed to have involved spear phishing attacks and the exploitation of software vulnerabilities. So, theft of user data. So, once inside Yahoo's network, the hackers targeted and successfully stole sensitive user data. So, this data included personal information such as names, email addresses, phone numbers, birth dates, and hashed passwords. So, the hackers also managed to obtain security questions and answers in some cases. We also have here a long-term undetected presence. So the hackers are remained undetected within Yahoo's network for a significant period of time, potentially as long as several months. So this allowed them to access and exfiltrate large amounts of user data without immediate detection. Lastly, we also have here discovery and disclosure. So in 2016, Yahoo publicly disclosed the data breach, revealing that the personal information of at least 500 million user accounts had been compromised. So later investigations revealed that an additional separate breach had occurred in 2014, affecting approximately 500 million accounts, bringing the total number of affected accounts to around 1 billion.
Okay, so for our theoretical basis, Yahoo needs to foster a more entrepreneurial environment, invest in research and development, and pursue strategic alliances or acquisition to regain its market position. The company should analyze the internet business models and strategies of their company, as well as the other online companies using various frameworks such as SWOT analysis, Porter's 5 forces model, and value chain analysis. The case study conclude that Yahoo needs to focus on its core competencies, differentiate its product and services, and leverage its network effects to create value for its customers and stakeholders. One of the theoretical bases in strategic management that can apply to Yahoo Incorporated is the market-based view. This view focuses on how the organization can gain a competitive advantage by understanding and responding to the needs and preferences of its customers and competitors. The market-based view suggests that the organization should identify its target market segment, analyze their attractiveness and profitability, and development strategies to serve them better than its rival.
That's correct. And also, Yahoo Incorporated is an internet company that provides various online services such as web search, email, news, social media, and e-commerce. So Yahoo Incorporated operates in a highly competitive and dynamic industry, where it faces threats from other internet giants. Like we have, also, of course, we have Google, we have Facebook, Amazon, and we also have Microsoft. So to survive and succeed in this type of industry, Yahoo Incorporated needs to apply the market-based view of strategic management and develop strategies that can create value for customers and differentiate itself from its competitors. So some of the possible strategies that Yahoo Incorporated can adopt based on the market based views are first is by improving its web search engine by using advanced algorithm and artificial intelligence to provide more relevant and personalized results for its users. We also have expanding its e-commerce platform by partnering with more sellers and offering more products and services to its customers. We also believe that enhancing its social media presence by creating more engaging content and features for its users and influencers. and also by diversifying its revenue streams by exploring new opportunities in areas like cloud computing, online education, and digital advertising.
Okay, so let's identify the non-compliance to the principles learned in the course. So based on the principle discussed during our class, we can identify some of the non-compliance of Yahoo that contributed to its decline. So some of them are, so number one is they failed to align its objective with its mission and vision. Yahoo started as a web directory and a search engine, but over the time, it diversified into many other businesses, such as email, news, social media, e-commerce, etc. This made it difficult for Yahoo to have a clear identity and value proposition for its customers and users. It also diluted its focus and resources on its core competencies. Second is failing to analyze the competitive environment and the internal organization. So Yahoo underestimate the threat of Google, which offered a superior search engine and algorithm that Yahoo reject to buy or adopt. Yahoo also missed the opportunity to buy a Facebook, which became a dominant social media platform. Yahoo also had internal problems such as frequent changes in leadership, lack of innovation, cultural clashes, and employee dissatisfaction. Lastly, Yahoo failed to choose and execute strategies that create values and competitive advantage. Yahoo relied too much on its advertising revenue model, which was vulnerable to market fluctuations and competition from Google and Facebook. Yahoo also failed to invest in mobile technology, which became a key driver of internet usage and growth. Yahoo also made some poor acquisitions such as Tumblr, which did not generate enough returns or synergies.
All right, so for our related literature, we have here scrape data of 500 million LinkedIn users being sold online, 2 million records leaked as proof. So, days after a massive Facebook data leak made the headlines, it seems like we're in for another one. So, this time involving LinkedIn. An archive containing data purposely scraped from 500 billion LinkedIn profiles has been put for sale on a popular hacker forum, with another 2 million records leaked as a proof of concept sample by the post author. We also have here a Facebook data breach. So here's what to do now. A Facebook data issue. Over the weekend, it emerged that the details of 533 million Facebook users, including phone numbers and email addresses, had been also leaked online. So, Facebook claims this data is from an old breach that took place in 2019. But now, the information has been made widely available in hacking forum online. So it could potentially have been accessed by anyone. So as well as phone numbers, as I've mentioned earlier, and email addresses. The data exposed in the Facebook breach includes or dates of birth rather, relationship statuses, and locations. So, last but not the least, we also have here a NetEase email, maybe latest victim of hacker attacks. So, as the uproar over the release of the usernames and passwords of millions of users from Tianya, CDSN, and other Chinese web services continues, there are actually signs that an even larger service may have come under some kind of attack, which is NetEase. So NetEase operates one of China's most popular free email services, and it is that service that has reportedly come under attack. According to TechWeb, news that NetEase's email servers had been attacked was posted on a public forum for reporting hacks earlier this afternoon, and numerous users have since reported their accounts have been compromised.
Okay, so here are the strategy to achieve efficiency and effectiveness for productivity and profitability. So, purpose strategy for Yahoo to enhance efficiency, effectiveness, productivity, and profitability, such as diversifying revenue streams, leveraging a data-driven advertising solution, investing in emerging technologies, and improving the user experience and personalization. Also, they should improve their security and privacy to avoid breaching the user's personal information. They should be consistent uh, on global trends or innovation and technologies for them to keep pace with their competitors. And for our conclusion, the Yahoo Data Bridge serves as a stark reminder of the importance of data security and the needs for organization to prioritize the protection of the user's information. It also highlights the need for users to take proactive steps in safeguarding their personal data, such as using strong and unique password, enabling two-factor authentication, and being cautious of suspicious email or online activities. Lastly, overall, the Yahoo Data Bridge in 2013 was a watershed moment in the realm of cybersecurity, exposing the vulnerabilities that exist in even the most prominent online platforms, and serving as a wake-up call for both companies and individuals to prioritize data protection and privacy.
Right, so for our recommendations, for Yahoo include investing in new content formats and platforms, improving data privacy measures, because that's very important, diversifying revenue streams beyond advertising, nurturing partnerships with other technology companies, and enhancing user engagement and personalization. For investing in new content formats and platforms, Yahoo can explore innovative content formats such as interactive videos, podcasts, and virtual reality experiences to attract and engage users. Additionally, expanding onto emerging platforms like, let's say, live streaming or augmented reality or voice-based assistants can help Yahoo reach new audiences. And for improving data privacy measures, we believe that enhancing the data privacy and security measures is crucial for building trust with users. Yahoo should prioritize implementing robust data protection protocols, transparent privacy policies, and user content mechanisms to safeguard user information. We also have here diversifying revenue streams beyond advertising. So while advertising remains a significant revenue source, Yahoo can explore additional revenue streams. So this could involve offering premium subscriptions, creating e-commerce platforms, or developing proprietary products and services to generate alternative revenue streams. We also have here nurturing partnerships with other technology companies. So by collaborating with other technology companies, it can lead to mutually beneficial opportunities. So Yahoo can form partnership to leverage complementary strengths, expand reach, and enhance the user experience. So this could involve content syndication and cross-platform integrations or joint marketing initiatives. We also have here enhancing user engagement and personalization. So Yahoo should focus on providing a personalized and engaging experience to retain and attract users. So this can be achieved by leveraging user data to offer tailored content recommendations, personalized ads or advertisements, and interactive features that encourage user participation and social interaction, just like any other social media platforms out there. And we believe that by implementing these recommendations, Yahoo can address the stated problems, gaps, and position itself for growth and success in a competitive digital landscape.
Okay, so that's all. So this case study blog is submitted by Chancellor Viti Guzman,
And Jean Maureen de la Cruz,
uh, submitted to Professor Dr. Diana Lee Tracy K. Chan, a core specialist in Open University System at Polytechnic University of the Philippines. And so with that, we thank you for viewing our blog. So bye bye.
yeah. Thank you so much.